Thank you, viewers. Good evening. Nothing has changed from the time we had the debate on what is happening in Bengal. The brutal rape and murder of a young doctor in Kolkata has left an indelible scar on nation's collective psyche. The echoes of a silent screams haunt us, a grim reminder of the darkness that lurks among us, waiting to strike. As we grapple with these horrific details, we demand more than just words. Viewers, we demand action. We demand justice. We demand a space where the safety of our daughters, sisters and mothers is not a privilege but a fundamental right. As we speak tonight, one of top Bengal ministers is sitting with protesters in a show of solidarity. The Mantri has questioned the lapses in probe. His comments come on a day when Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee commended the Bengal police. Sample the contrast.
আমরা চাই হাইকোর্ট যখন ডিসিশন নিয়ে সিবিআই কে দিয়েছেন আমার কোনো আপত্তি নেই কারণ আমাকে দিতে হলো না আমাকে দিতে হতো যদি পুলিশ না করতে পারতো কিন্তু মনে রাখবেন কলকাতা পুলিশের যে টিমকে আমরা কাজে লাগিয়েছিলাম তারা ওয়ান অফ দ্য বেস্ট টিম इन द वर्ल्ड
मुझे ये महसूस हुआ कि जिस तरीका से जांच होना चाहिए था मुझे लगा कहीं जांच के नाम पर कुछ शिकायत तो नहीं जा रहा है क्योंकि सिर्फ एक आदमी अभी तक अरेस्ट किया गया.
Viewers, the investigation's lapses and contradictions only add to the anguish, a painful reminder of the system's failures. The High Court's intervention, transferring the case to the CBI, offers a glimmer of hope, but hope is not enough. We need tangible change. There are many unanswered questions. What are the questions we are talking about? Let's put them on your screen. Question number one, and perhaps the most compelling question to ask of the administration, is that were there more than one people involved in this case? We don't know. Who will tell us that? What did the state police do? But while the system should be working to answer these questions and expedite justice, there is an attempt to mock the nationwide campaign for justice as protesters plan a protest under the ambit of Reclaim the Night. Kunal Ghosh, senior TMC MP, asked all those experts who will go to the drama event. He meant protest site. What's your say in this? A minister in Mamata's government, Udayan Goha, said, and I am quoting, that some people are trying to take over tomorrow night in Dinhata. I support them. But don't call at night when your husband tortures you, unquote. Sample the politics.
हमारी सरकार, पश्चिम बंगाल की सरकार जो है, ममता बनर्जी की जो सरकार है, वो सरकार किसी को बचाने की कोशिश में लगी हुई है. इसमें मुझे लगा कि मुख्यमंत्री जी की कोशिश था कि पुलिस के द्वारा इन्वेस्टिगेशन को डिले कराया जाए.
And it's not whose government and where it has happened, it has been happening across the country.
जब पूरा देश स्तब्ध है कि किस प्रकार से बंगाल में निर्भया सरीखे का एक और कांड हुआ है.
हम क्यों नहीं वो नजीर बना पाते हैं जिससे ऐसे लोगों की रूह कांप जाए.
Speaks of the sexist mindset of the Trinamool Congress. Rahul Gandhi is silent. They are observing silence. They actually are trying to support Mamata Banerjee in their and her administration in covering up the brutality of the crime.
Let's open this up. Shazia Ilmi, the national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Dr. Riju Datta, national spokesperson of the Trinamool Congress, Advaita Kala needs no introduction, Abha Singh, lawyer activist, Dr. Aparajita Singh, senior resident, Deen Dayal Upadhyay Hospital, joining us in the studio. Dr. Saurav Datta, chairman, RG Tar, IMA West Bengal Action Committee, and Dr. Rohan Krishnan, chairman of the FIMA Doctors Association, completes the panel. Before we get into the political blame game, I want to begin with you, Dr. Krishnan. Over the last few days, doctors across the country are out on streets. They are demanding justice, safety.
Yes, obviously. You see that pan-India we have called upon for a strike and OPD services have been shut down in entire country. The scenario which has happened, it is something which is never seen before. It was one of the most horrific incidents that could have taken place in the country, where a female doctor who was working in the hospital, inside the hospital premises, she was brutally raped and murdered. And after the incident has taken place, everyone is asking why we are asking questions with the Mamata Banerjee government. When the incident took place, after that they informed the parents that there has been a suicide case. When the body was found in a half-naked manner, when there was bleeding from eyes, there was bleeding from her private parts, how can someone even call their parents and tell that it is a matter of suicide? After that, there was a huge protest in the hospital doctors. I applaud them that if the junior doctors would not have been vigilant, I don't know that what would have happened to this case. There was a hurry in actually burying the body and getting everything sorted out. When we were asking for CBI investigations, we were being told that you have to wait for a week, then we'll give CBI investigation, then we'll hand over the case to CBI. Such cases actually made sure that we lose faith in the system of Mamata Banerjee government. This, after the agitation of the doctors, we asked that the principal should be sacked, he should be removed. He resigned 4 hours
Dr.
after
Krishnan,
resignation.
I understand the outrage, I understand your sentiment completely. But I must ask you this. कुछ लोग ये कह रहे हैं कि ये जो प्रोटेस्ट हो रहे हैं देश भर में, वो पॉलिटिकली मोटिवेटेड है. वो डॉक्टर्स को उकसाया जा रहा है राजनीति के लिए.
देखिए, डॉक्टर्स ना बड़ा साफ सुथरा प्रोफेशन होता है डॉक्टर सर. हम लोगों को ऐसा होता है ना कि जान बचाने आता है, इलाज करने आता है, साइंस का पढ़ाई लिखाई करने आता है. राजनीति से हम बहुत दूर रहते हैं और बहुत दूर रहना चाहते हैं, और किसी भी राजनीतिक पार्टी से हमारा कोई कनेक्शन ना था, ना है और ना ही आगे रहेगा. ये एक मुद्दा ऐसा है कि जब कोई माता पिता अपनी बेटी को मेडिकल कॉलेज में 36 घंटे के लिए रात भर ड्यूटी करने के लिए छोड़ता है, तो उसे उस सरकार से, चाहे वो केंद्र की हो या राज्य की हो, ये उम्मीद रहती है कि उसकी बेटी की सुरक्षा मेंटेन रहेगी, उस पर कोई आंच नहीं आने दिया जाएगा. जब वो सुरक्षा व्यवस्था चरमरा जाती है, जब आपको आपके घर में घुस करके इस तरह से किया जाता है, तो ये शर्मिंदगी वाली बात है और इससे पूरा देश शर्मिंदा है और पूरा डॉक्टर समुदाय शर्मिंदा है. हमारी ना सिर्फ ममता बनर्जी गवर्नमेंट से डिमांड है, हमारी सेंट्रल प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट फॉर हेल्थ केयर वर्कर्स के लिए ऑनरेबल मोदी गवर्नमेंट से भी डिमांड है. हमारी इनसे भी डिमांड है कि जो कोविड के समय में जो एक्ट लाया गया था, सेंट्रल प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट फॉर हेल्थ केयर वर्कर्स, उसे लाया जाए. वो पार्लियामेंट बिल रेडी है,
डॉक्टर कृष्ण, आई अंडरस्टैंड दैट.
तो ये एक पॉलिटिकल इशू नहीं है, ये एक सोशल इशू है.
Dr. Datta, do you want to add to what Rohan Krishnan just said? That there is no politics here. Doctors are fearing for their lives because of what happened to this young doctor in Kolkata.
Absolutely right. And I am representing IMA West Bengal now. And Indian Medical Association is an apolitical organization. Our job is not to support any government, not to oppose any government. Our job is, when a government is doing some good job, to praise it, to support it. When the government is doing something wrong, to raise our finger to it. Clearly pointing out what the mistake the government is doing. Now, in this scenario, look, whenever there is such scale movement, there will be always, every political party will try to get some benefit from it. But as a part of this movement, I can tell you that in West Bengal, every medical colleges, every hospitals, there is demonstration, there is agitation, but our boys, our students, junior doctors, they have not allowed a single political flag in any of the institute.
Right. Dr. Datta, why don't you tell our viewers what are the demands? What is it that you want the state to do or the government to do?
So absolutely, the thing is, what is the major concern for us is that we want justice to our sister. You know, we have lost her. I went to her home today and I told her that, look, we cannot give you back your daughter, but at least if we can punish, give the highest level of punishment to the culprit,
Right.
at least I think her departed soul will get some peace. This is our main demand. And at the same time, to ensure safety and security to not only to the doctors. So look, one thing I am saying, don't think it is an issue of doctor. It could happen to your, if you can imagine.
No, Dr. Datta, Dr. Datta, a lot of people are watching and listening to every word you are saying. I want you to tell them, what did the family tell you? क्या बात हुई सर? उनको किसका फोन आया? किसने बोला कि ये suicide है?
So they said that at 10:53, from today, some online newspaper, I came to know just in the evening that from the HODs of her department's statement, that he was informed and he came in the early morning. But the family got the call from some assistant super at 10:53 a.m. that their daughter has committed suicide. So this is a absolutely callousness. Not only callousness. I told day before yesterday in a press meet from IMA that I doubt that why did it, the principal of this college, look, I am telling you again one thing. I again think that it is not probably the issue of entire West Bengal medical system. I have never heard, because in these days also, the girls, they walk around in the midnight, they do duties, they come to the hostel. But this particular college is in the attraction of media for last 3 years, after when this principal joined, for all wrong reasons.
No, you're talking about Sandeep Ghosh. Let's take names tonight. You're talking about Sandeep Ghosh, and you believe there was serious callousness on his part. Why didn't he inform the police? Why didn't he inform the family members? And who are these people who called the family at 10:53 a.m. to tell them that this was a suicide? I'll come back to you, sir. Dr. Datta, I'll come back to you. Let me bring in Dr. Riju Datta. Riju Datta, I don't know what to ask you. I want to hear from you what you think of what we've discussed so far and what is happening.
So let's start one by one. Yes, it is a heinous crime. Yes, there should be voices raised. Yes, tough questions should be asked. And let me tell you, on your platform, Pranesh, I was here yesterday also with you, that nobody is more outraged than me on this panel, or probably Dr. Saurabh Doctor. Why? Because we are residents of Calcutta. My house is 5 minutes away from Arjikar Hospital. My mother herself is a doctor. And I am telling you, the way this incident has shook us and the way this incident is being used by political parties to defame Bengal has outraged us like anything. And Pranesh, I'll make a very big statement to here today. Mamata Banerjee, the chief minister, who's the de facto home minister, from day one has said, if the family wanted, we will give an independent probe. The family initially said, we have faith in the local investigation. Later on, she met the family herself and said, I am giving you a deadline, because the swab samples, doctors are here, the swab samples that were collected from the victim, the blood that was collected from the culprit, that animal who should be hanged, has been sent for DNA mapping. But the Honorable High Court, in all its wisdom, has given a CBI probe, and we welcome that. But the biggest thing, Pranesh, now I want to tell you this, that what is happening in Bengal today night, I support the protest of the doctors, the women of Bengal who are doing an apolitical rally. I completely support it. But BJP and CPM, and I'm not mincing my words here, BJP and CPM, if you go through social media on Twitter and Facebook, are using this heinous crime
you said you were making a big statement tonight. Dr. Datta, the big statement is that Sukhendu Shekhar Roy, one of your top ministers, is sitting with protesters. Is he from the BJP or from the left?
No. Again, I'm saying, please hear me correctly. That thousands of women, like they are my elder sisters or my younger sisters, who will be walking today in Calcutta, I support them 200%. But
so you should have been there then, Dr. Datta. You should have gone there at least in solidarity.
अरे बाबा फिर तुम्हारा चैनल कौन करेगा यार? Just hear me. I have to also put my word of my party to across to the nation.
Okay.
I have to also put the party.
You could not find anyone else to send there.
I am. Please, Pranesh, hear me properly. I'm giving you saying something very important. We support the thousands of women that are going to do a rally completely, along with the doctors, fraternity, everybody. But if you go through the social media, BJP and CPM are trying to use milk this heinous crime.
But Dr. Datta, even 1 minute, sir. If
let's in Bengal.
Okay, hear me out. Let's take this one by one. And before I bring in Shazia Ilmi, just answer this question. If you really believe that the BJP and left are trying to give it a political spin, why are you allowing them to do it? The principal got another job in less than 4 hours. Why? Why was the principal not under the scanner? Have you, after the High Court rap, has he been put on extended leave? We don't know.
Of course.
You can confirm to us.
No, he has gone on extended leave, but I will clarify certain things here because there are too many conspiracy theories floating about. Number one, couple of things. Kolkata Police has put out a tweet and they have clarified. You can verify. Second thing is that this principal, I do not know him personally. I'm not here to support him. The doctors' demand, the doctors who were sitting on protest in Arjikar Hospital, their demand was remove the authorities from the hospital. So the principal, the MSVP, the HOD of chest medicine, and the ACP under whom Arjikar Hospital falls, all of them were removed and transferred. The MSVP, the medical superintendent vice principal, was also transferred. So this gentleman was also transferred. But apparently, there are some internal things of Arjikar Hospital with Dr. Saurabh, Dr. others.
The principal resigned and then the state government was gracious enough to give him another posting. It tells you about the priority, Dr. Datta. Now, I know you are a reasonable man and you mean what you are saying. But look at what we have before us. Shazia Ilmi, the BJP is being accused of politicizing this.
You know, unfortunately, rapes have always been politicized, and I think that is such a huge bane. But here, just now we heard this gentleman from TMC, Mr. Datta, who totally negates the claims made by the girl, the daughter of India who endured the savage brutality, mutilation and murder, and what her parents have to say. There are no answers given yet as to why the parents were not informed, one. Two, why did the cops reach the scene of crime after the girl had died? Why were there no CCTV cameras? Who are the other 3 people who were present there? How is it possible that this could have happened and this all could have happened by one monstrous human being, which is Sanjay Roy? So clearly there is something missing. I'm not saying this. BJP is not saying this. The High Court is saying this. High Court has said there is something missing here. And nobody can believe that it can be only one person who's doing this. There are too many very unfortunate lacuna in the entire thing, and it doesn't fit. So it's instead of being rich right now and sounding rich and saying, oh, there should be no politics, it's a matter of shame. All the women parliamentarians and women MPs of TMC were the first ones to shout when there is rape in any other state. But they have been quiet on this. Mamata Banerjee actually asked for a few days more that Kolkata Police will handle, knowing very well that CBI was needed immediately and Kolkata Police was trying to cover up. Everybody knows there is a huge cover-up that is being done.
And we have news coming in that on 17th of August, all blocks, wards and all municipalities of state will be protesting A rally will be taken out against Bam Ram, the BJP left conspiracy to defame Bengal. This is the Chief Minister making this announcement. We have a BJP reaction also on this already. But I want to go back to Advaita Kala, Abha Singh.
Herself. She has defamed.
Right. Advaita Kala, what's going on? We haven't learnt our lessons. Even in a case like this, look at what we are discussing.
Absolutely. And look at the priorities. I mean, the TMC spokesperson says that this is an insult to Bengal. This is an outrage. He's outraged by the fact that Bengal may be insulted because of this heinous happening. The chief minister wants to carry out rallies for the dignity of Bengal when a daughter of Bengal has been brutalized in this way and left half naked and bleeding from all parts of her body. It's about the pride of Bengal. These are the priorities. This is the same chief minister who continuously goes on to shame women. When the Park Street gang rape happened, she had made a point about it being an escort and these things happen. What does that mean? That maybe if the person is an escort, then they deserve it. When there was a minor who was raped and there was a panchayat leader whose nephew or son or someone like that was allegedly involved, she was asking if the 14-year-old child was pregnant or not. I mean, this is the kind of attitude the chief minister, a female chief minister of the state, might I add, has towards rapes and crimes, violent crimes against women. And this is a sexual crime. You don't need to know that the first couple of hours, the golden hour, in fact, is the most important if you want to solve it. What was happening at that time? The postmortem says that she was killed between 3 and 5 a.m. The family was informed at nearly 11 a.m. and rightly pointed out by the doctor that she had died by suicide. Who takes their clothes off and then dies by suicide? Are they idiots or do they think the public is an idiot? This is the kind of cover-up that has been going on. And they expect women to sit back and say, oh, this is against Bengal pride. Are you out of your mind? Doctors all over this country are protesting. It is the most noble profession. A doctor was murdered in a hospital. A doctor whose job it is to save lives was brutalized in a hospital. And it's about Bengal's pride? For heaven's sake, I mean, this is why it gets frustrating, Pranesh. It doesn't matter which state it happens in. What matters is the way these politicians react and respond and try and spin even a devastating tragedy and a heinous act like this. It's an act of an animal. And the chief minister should be standing up against it, not fighting for some misplaced sense of pride.
We have a doctor here in our studio, Dr. Aprajita Singh. Dr. Singh, जब आपको information मिली, as a doctor, कैसा लगा? A doctor raped and murdered in a hospital.
Yes, so to begin with, it's not only about being a doctor, it's also about being a female doctor. So how safe is everything? I have been a resident before and I know how difficult it is to go through with 36 hours duty, 48 hours duties. And that when you do not have restrooms, when you do not have dedicated DR rooms, resting rooms for female residents especially. It is actually very devastating, and this protest, we are trying everything. So we are trying all the doctors, they are coming together and to bring this to light, because it's very heartbreaking actually for me as a female doctor.
Right. And then Abha Singh, Mamata Banerjee, the chief minister, says, look, Kolkata police is the best. They solved the murder of the Bangladesh MP within hours.
No, I am appalled. I mean, we should hang our heads in shame, because the first question, which is very important, is why was this resident doctor sleeping in a seminar room? Do we not have restrooms for them? Do we not have safe places where these women can sleep? Vishakha Guidelines, Sexual Harassment at Workplace Act, they openly talk of making workplaces safe. But rather than making workplaces safe, here is a government hospital where a resident doctor is raped and and brutally murdered, and then everybody is doing politics. I would have expected Mahua Moitra, who is so eloquent on everything, that she would have gone to RG Car Hospital and shown sympathy to the protesting doctors. Exactly, I am shocked that the women politicians are divided on party lines. Why are we doing Congress BJP? Why are we divided on caste lines? Why are we divided on doing politics about it? We have to talk about crime, and in spite of getting death penalty during Nirbhaya, how can somebody do it so brutally? That means there is no fear of law. We need to think about it, because today we may be protesting and tomorrow the strike may be called off, but again a rape will happen. So what we have to put together is a rightful atmosphere where such things don't happen. People are scared of the law and the police is above board. Here the person who raped and murdered her was a civic person who was civic volunteer. These are political party persons appointed as cops. I have never heard that you get these volunteers as cops. So this is politics which has entered even the forces, and this is where the politicians are accountable. How can a civic volunteer enter a hospital like this? And this is what we are not talking about. If senior police officers were protecting him, they gave him the permission to enter hospitals like this, then these politicians and police officers need to be brought to book first.
Dr. Datta, you were saying that this is a BJP left conspiracy. This protest is not limited to Bengal. I mean, I don't want to trivialize the protest, but just think about it. What are you trying to say? Are all these people standing up for justice, rights, whatever it is?
No.
Are they cadre of a political party? They are not.
Pranesh, first of all, before giving your answer, I want to tell everybody on this panel and your viewers that whether it is Trinamool Congress, whether it is any other party, whether it is Mamata Banerjee or all the panelists here, we all want two things. One, justice for the victim and exemplary punishment for the culprit. But when I said the protests are political, I mentioned Bengal, not pan-India. Lastly, Miss Kala, her outrage, her rage is very justified. But I want to ask a simple question. I did not want to go there, but I have to. Is that in the last 3 days, Miss Kala, a final year BTech student was gang raped in a moving car in Agra, and 2 patients were raped by a doctor in Odisha in SCB Medical College. Where is the outrage? Not a single timeline I have seen on any national channel. Forget Times Now. I'm not talking about Times Now. On any national channel, the news did not even get floated. Some media, print media, are they not daughters of India? Were those cases given to CBI? Were all the activists up in arms and all in rage for those daughters? Are they not daughters? We have to understand. Rape is a social crime. I will agree with me what Ms. Singh said here.
Don't talk
What
like
Ms.
this.
Singh said here.
Don't trivialize the rape and murder. I object.
1 second, let me finish.
Calcutta
Madam,
High
I'm with
Court
you.
has given
Madam,
this
Ms.
case to the
Singh,
CBI.
can I answer? Can I just finish
You
before
can't
everybody else
speak
comes
not
in?
on this
No,
channel.
this is not everybody else.
You
They have a
can't
right
talk
to
like
say
this.
what they feel on what you just said.
Rape is not about
everybody can make the point.
No, I'm enraged.
I completely agree
that it is
Madam,
the High Court which
Madam,
came.
let me
You got
finish.
5
Please
days
hear
to
me out.
investigate. No, you cannot speak like
Madam,
this. Please apologize. It is the High Court which
Madam,
transferred the case to
no,
CBI, not any
1 second.
political party.
Miss Singh,
So
Miss
please
Singh,
don't divide
Miss
us
Singh,
women on this rape. No.
Miss Singh, I am with you on one point.
Yes.
What you mentioned, that we need to instill fear in the minds of the criminals. Right? You said that, and I agree with you. Because rape does not only happen in West Bengal, it happens in Uttar Pradesh, it happens in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, everywhere in the country. So, National General... So, Madam, hear me out, please. I beg of you.
But this happens in a government premise. It happens in a government premise by a person who writes Kolkata Police on his T-shirt. It is rape by a person who is getting a salary from Calcutta Police. It's getting 12,000 per month. You give him a license to come and enter the hospital anytime. These are the questions that you give him a tag of Calcutta Police and he can enter anytime. How can a private person enter a hospital? No, at middle of the night. No, in the middle of the night, he
don't lie, please do not lie on national TV.
He goes back and sleeps in
Do
the
not
police
lie on
barracks.
national TV.
How does it
Your
go?
rape
A
tourism
rapist
by
goes and
choosing
sleeps in the
specific victims is shambolic.
police barrack.
Please,
No, you
please
have
don't
to
pick and
answer
choose
unpleasant
rape
questions.
tourism. Please,
You
madam.
have to
Hear me
answer
out.
unpleasant questions.
I am
because you have
answering
failed
all the
women.
pleasant and
We are
unpleasant
not talking
questions
about one
equally.
state.
And I've been
But
doing that for the last 7 days on national TV.
This rapist
please,
went and
for
slept
your 2 minutes of
police
fame,
barrack.
don't pick
Can
and
you tell
choose
me
No,
how
1
many
minute,
police
Dr.
slept
Riju
in a police
Datta. This
barrack?
is no 1
You
minute.
give him
Nobody
a
here.
badge.
1
You
minute,
give him a
Dr.
badge
Riju
of
Datta.
Kolkata
Nobody is
police.
here for 2 minutes
You
of
give him a
fame.
badge of civic
Dr.
volunteer.
Datta.
This is
He is
No,
on
no,
the
Dr.
police
Datta,
welfare
please
board.
speak
I
responsibly,
think you
sir.
answered my
Please,
point.
nobody is
Pranesh,
here for
Pranesh,
2
he is
minutes
on
of
the
fame.
police
Did
welfare
Sukendu
board.
Shekhar Roy
Picking and
go there for 2 minutes of fame? Was Mamata Banerjee sitting in protest for Rajiv Kumar for 2 minutes of fame? What are you saying, Riju Datta? Have you forgotten Mamata Banerjee sitting in protest? No, no. Have you forgotten Mamata's protest for Rajiv Kumar, who was then the Kolkata commissioner? Was that Was that for 2 minutes of fame? Was that for 2 minutes of fame? And what is this counter protest against the BJP and the left? Why is the chief minister not there? You said you have to come on TV debates. Why is the chief minister not?
Vulture politics. You can run your
Why is the chief minister not there? One of your own ministers is saying that there have been lapses. Is he part of the left BJP ecosystem?
Once again, I'll ask you another question, Pranesh, if you dare to answer. Has the Prime Minister of the country or the Home Minister of the country put out a single tweet against this? Because they know the investigation has been done by the book. Can you show me one message of the Home Minister of the country? Can you show me one message of the Prime Minister of the country? They know the investigation has been done by book.
Rahul Gandhi,
so please don't lecture me on national TV.
No, so 1 minute. No, 1 minute. If the Prime Minister has not tweeted, the state will not do justice. Dr. Datta, is that what you're saying? If the Prime Minister has not tweeted, 1 minute. If the Prime Minister has not tweeted and if he does not tweet, will the state not do justice? You tell me.
We have arrested the Prime Minister.
Then what is this false equivalence of the Prime Minister and the Home Minister? You ask that of the BJP. Look, you can settle your scores with the BJP. Do not undermine or trivialize campaign for justice. Dr. Datta, please don't do that.
No, be a responsible journalist. Prime Minister does not only ally with BJP, he is the Prime Minister of the nation. What are you saying? Ask
yeah,
BJP
so Shazia Ilmi will answer that question. Shazia Ilmi, you are asking questions of the TMC.
Look, I am only saying this very clearly. What others are saying, the people in power, the union government, I am requesting, and Trinamool Congress will support that bill. Bring a bill.
Can I speak now?
The union government will place that bill in the parliament.
I think
where the rapists will
I don't need to say much. I don't need to say much. Can I speak now, please? We've had enough of your raving and ranting. We've had enough of your ranting and sounding so despicable, and it's all out there for everybody to see how TMC feels towards crimes against women, brutality against women, savagery shown by the accomplices of Sanjay Roy and whoever they were, the history of Mamata Banerjee, who is ironically a woman CM, the history of protecting and providing patronage to criminals, to rapists, and molesters is all too well known. So, and the way you have behaved today, instead of talking about anything else, there was only this time. There you go. This shows your lack of serious. All those are very serious cases. Nobody can trivialize them. But by running away and not giving this girl the due dignity even in a death, the brutal death, and by not even willing to talk about it and making it about something else and generalizing. Be quiet! I'm speaking now. Stop raving. Learn to listen. Stop doing this.
Don't talk to me like that.
It's time you listen.
Do it in your BJP Karyalay.
I want to tell the anchor. To ask him to be quiet. I'm speaking now.
1 person at a time. 1 person at a time. Calm down, both of you, please.
No, I'm very calm. I'm just speaking.
Let's not make this personal in any way.
I'm very calm. And
this is not about one party or the other. We all want justice for the victims.
It is not personal. Exactly. So why is he bringing in Narendra Modi? Isn't that making it political? Why is he not sticking to what's happened there? Does the life of that girl does not matter? Why? Because it's happened in West Bengal. So she can be, because things have happened in Hathras or somewhere else, this girl...
Okay, let's quickly play out what Mamata Banerjee, the Chief Minister, said. She believes there's some kind of a plot here at play. 1 minute. Here's what the Chief Minister said.
আস্তে আস্তে আপনারা বুঝবেন আসল রহস্যটা কোথায় চরিত্র হনন করছে কারা? এরা ছাত্র ছাত্রীরা নয়, এরা কিন্তু রাজনৈতিক দল পরিকল্পিতভাবে করছে, কারণ তারা মমতা ব্যানার্জিকে সরাতে চায়। আরে মমতা ব্যানার্জির সরতে রেল থেকে দুবার সরে এসেছি, জাস্ট একটা কাঁধে ব্যাগ নিয়ে চলে এসেছি, আমার 1 সেকেন্ড লাগে, কিন্তু আমি অন্যায়ের কাছে মাথা নত কোনোদিনও করিনি আর করবও না।
You heard the Chief Minister. She's saying slowly you will understand what the real plot is and who is indulging in character assassination. These are not students, they are political parties that want to remove Mamata Banerjee from power. Riju Datta.
I have said this before you played the Chief Minister's bite. I do not understand that whenever I try to talk sense, Pranesh, and I have been on your channel for the last 7 days since this heinous crime has taken place. Can you say once that I have been insensitive?
Not
can
at
you
all,
say once
not
that
at
I have
all,
defended?
not at all.
Can you say
you've taken
that
all
I
the
have
questions.
defended anybody? Have I defended anybody?
No, you haven't. But Dr. Datta, questions will have to be asked.
Of course, ask the questions. Ask the tough questions. It has happened in Calcutta. It has happened in West Bengal. Tough questions will be asked of the ruling party. Absolutely fine. But when you pick and choose just for, just to put it on a government and play politics over that is where I have to defend.
Okay, Dr. Datta, can I ask you one last question? The Chief Minister is saying that these are not students. They are politically motivated.
Today, I can show you, but I do not have the time to show you. There are more than 200 tweets, which Times Now has a fantastic back room. They can see it, the PCR can do it, where BJP and CPM have, from their official handles, have been putting out posters that joined us in a conch shell movement, join us in this movement, that movement in the night, just before Independence Day. And this is a clear ploy to make a Bangladesh-like situation in Bengal, which is the lowest of the low politics.
There you go. There you go. Where you began and where this has ended.
But
a campaign of justice is now being given the Bangladesh spin. Now, what more do you want me to say, Dr. Datta? If I begin to say anything, then you will say, you don't let me speak and all that I'm... No, 1 minute. Dr. Datta, you began very well, sir. You said that these are students. Yes, they are angry. You understand their sentiment. And now look, to defend the Chief Minister, you have to say this.
No. Please do not twist my words. Thousands of women that will be on the road today, we support them. But there will be a large section, and why I'm saying this politically, because BJP and CPM are putting it out on Twitter in their official handle. You put it on their official handle. Is that not political, Pranesh?
Screaming and shouting.
That does not take away from the real protest, Riju Datta. You can't stop the political parties. Yeah, it does not take away from the real protest.
I'm not taking away, Baba.
When I say you, I mean your party. And look at that commentary which is being done. But we'll have to move on. I thank all of you. Let's hope that justice is done, and it seemed to be done. So far, that has not been the case. There are many unanswered questions, and one hopes that they are all answered as we go along.